I know what you're thinking. Here's where she lectures us about eating for heart health yet again. Hang on, don't touch that remote. What if I told you that there's more to heart health than kale? Our emotional connections to what and how we eat help determine how our hearts feel day to day. Life is short, so let's live well and thrive. I'll show you how today on Christina Cooks, the Macroterranean Way.
Underwriting for Christina Cooks is provided by Suzanne's Specialties, offering a full line of alternative vegan and organic sweeteners and toppings. Suzanne's Specialties, sweetness the way Mother Nature intended. Jonathan's Spoons, individually handcrafted from cherry wood, each designed with your hand and purpose in mind. Additional funding is also provided by
Hi, I'm Christina Perillo, and this is Christina Cooks, where each week we take fresh, seasonal ingredients and whip them into amazing dishes. Will they all be plant-based? Yeah. Will they all be delicious? Yeah. Will they all be heart healthy? Always. So I know what you're thinking. Here she goes, heart health, here we go again. Don't do this, don't do that. The leading killer of men and women since 1973. All that's true. But there's also emotions that go with eating heart-healthy food. Right? Many people who are struggling with heart issues don't want to eat healthier food because they crave and love the spiciness, the textures, the variety. So today, we're going to make dishes that help us to overcome that craving, to appreciate healthy food in a different way. Okay? So we're going to start by making a risotto. We're going to take some extra virgin olive oil. And you know, when you have olive oil and you have it in a container like this, which is not only beautiful but keeps the light away from the oil, they come with these little, clippy things that cover the top. Don't break those off. Leave it on there. You might have to clean it because it sticks, but that keeps the air out of your olive oil, just so you know. Just a little information for you. So in here goes some halved cloves of garlic so that we don't have an overwhelming garlic flavor. And we're going to add to that some broccoli florets, and our first pinch of salt. So that broccoli can start cooking, and now we'll add cauliflower as well, so that can start cooking. We're going to put in there just a touch of water so that the broccoli and cauliflower can start to almost steam while we prep the next veggie. Okay. Put your heat on high. Remember, you don't heat olive oil, right? You put your ingredients in, your first ingredients, and then you start. And then it'll start to simmer. So this is fennel. Fennel has a nice licorice flavor. Not everyone loves it, but it's so good for digestion and so good for helping you to feel better. Like, one of the things about heart health is that you want to feel better. And eating vegetables like fennel, even if you're not wild about the anise flavor, you'll get used to it, and it really sweetens when you cook it, is that it aids digestion. And when digestion is easy, you feel easy. So you really want to focus on foods that improve digestion so that emotionally you feel better about life. And that's part of heart health. Part of heart health is not sweating the small stuff. And when you feel well, you don't sweat the small stuff. Okay? So now we're going to clean my cutting board. You always clean your cutting board in between veg, especially when it leaves a bit of a mess. Okay. Add another pinch of salt. You add a pinch of salt every time you're sauteing veg so that each one maintains its character. Cauliflower like cauliflower, broccoli like broccoli, fennel like fennel, right? Okay. The next thing that's going to go in are carrots. These are just oblong carrot pieces. They go in. Now you're thinking, okay, so I'm never going to get the person I'm cooking for with a heart issue to eat a dish like this unless there's protein. So this is a vegan sausage. It doesn't look like sausage. It doesn't really even have the texture of real sausage, but it's pure protein. When you're buying one, make sure that it doesn't have a list of ingredients that reads like a Russian novel. and it will give you the protein that you crave and the texture that you want. When you cook this, it will not feel really firm when you take it out of the package, but when you cook it, it firms up and takes on a texture that's very pleasing. On top of that, we're adding some white beans. It's very, very, very Italian to use beans and sausage together, beans and fish together, beans and meat together. It's a very common thing. And then to create our risotto texture, we're using some cooked brown rice. One of the things that stress people out is cooking and doing everything from scratch and trying to make it work and struggling. This is leftover cooked brown rice. It's a great way to use up your leftovers. So we'll add a final pinch of salt, a little bit of water, don't drown it. We're not making soup, we're making risotto. And a little bit of water will help the rice to become creamier. And then this gets covered and it just simmers for 5 minutes. Okay, so our risotto is nice and creamy, right? You can see that there's no liquid left behind. The broccoli's nice and bright green. It's about as perfect as we're gonna get. So now we'll plate it up. When I have a big amount of food, I use my spider a lot to take things out of a pan because I can get a big volume and not spend my day scooping. I'm sure there's other tools that I could use, but I really love to use this. And you just pile this into a bowl. This is another great communal dish that you eat all together at the table. It's very satisfying and comforting because the rice is creamy and the broccoli is loaded with anti-cancer compounds and heart-healthy compounds. The carrots are loaded with beta-carotene. The cauliflower is rich and delicious and loaded with fiber. And all of these come together to help to create a dish that not only nourishes you, but nourishes you emotionally. And now, it's off to one of the most heart-healthy countries in the world to make pasta. Welcome to Gragnano, the city of pasta, also the city of murals. This is a famous Neapolitan actor, Antonio de Cortes, who is eating the pasta of Gragnano. And now I'm off to Pasta Cuomo to cook with my friend Alfonso Cuomo. Let's go.
Ciao amica mia!
Come stai?
Tutto bene, tu?
2 long years. I'm so happy to see you again.
Yes, everything was stopped. Now we carry on
We're back.
with the flows coming.
We're back.
And finally.
So this dish that we're making is called pasta ortolana of the garden. In America, we talk a lot about comfort food, something that makes you feel like family. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So this dish is perfect.
Yes.
Because they
it's
feel
healthy.
Yes, and it's healthy.
Exactly.
So
we start to
dice
okay. And make in several pieces the eggplants.
And this is in America we call this Japanese eggplant.
Yes,
because it's long and skinny.
It's so benefit for the body. In fact,
lots of high fiber.
We use a lot, not only in the pasta, but also in other kind of recipe. Typical
caponata,
exactly, siciliana, parmigiana as well.
Or no? Tutto?
No, just a bit more. Yes, just a little bit more. In the way that you can, make a flavor of all different ingredients.
So metta in pentola?
We need to open fire first.
So you heat your olive oil before.
Yes, you put the olive oil inside.
And do we cook the eggplant before we cook the pasta?
Yes, we cook
so it
before.
Melts a little bit almost.
While we cook all and cook pasta will be ready. And today we will cook paccheri.
Paccheri.
This is a paccheri, a big hole, okay? And
it's
this
a big round, like a pipe, like a tube.
Like a tube, exactly.
Yeah, esatto.
Because we said paccheri because paccheri in Italian means slap. Okay, when the pasta maker, you know, look around, there will be children in the past that pick up the packer and steal the packer from outside
come on.
and come to slap of children that's going around. Yes, exactly.
I love that. I love that.
We
Mamma mia, that's so
added
funny.
the eggplants.
Eggplants.
We take, yes, the spoon,
You mean,
we turn. Sorry.
pepper next, pepperoni.
Yes,
next.
exactly. We cut in several pieces the pepperoni as well, and in this way we make spread the whole flavor of eggplants in the way that the flavor can be mixed with the others, with the pepperoni and zucchini as well.
So peppers are also very, very good for the heart. Very good for the heart. I make sure when we cook red peppers, we cook it very well so the skin is soft, so it's easy to digest. So in this dish, when it cooks with the eggplant, it will kind of melt and become like very tender. But without the skin, the pepper would be too soft, so this is perfect.
È importante that all flavors go drop down from each ingredients.
And you
In
can
fact,
see there's
all
oil,
is-
but you see the juices from the vegetables
yes.
are all forming. Because of the way it's diced and because of the way we're cooking it on a medium flame, the peppers will taste like peppers, the eggplant like eggplant, and the zucchini like the zucchini, but at the same time, it will taste like one sort of harmonious dish, even though you taste all the flavors. It's amazing because it's so simple. It's just, right now, it's olive oil. That's
you
it.
need this, feel the,
Yeah.
the flavor.
You can
the
smell it
smell,
already. You can smell everything
so
already.
amazing. So now we throw the salt
sale?
first.
Metta sale qui.
Salt,
Come
just
on.
a pinch, yes.
Just a tiny pinch of salt.
Okay. And then throw inside, and then we move our packery that's made by Italian grain, 100%. And if you look, the packery is so round because it depends on pressure and the quantity of water. Much
Making
more
packery.
round, low water. Because this is a secret that we take, we
So
got
packery is a drier
dry,
dough.
much more dry than other shape of pasta.
Okay.
Because with the
So it doesn't collapse.
it's not, the collapsion happen because it's full
Too
of
wet.
water.
Wow. Of course.
So now we see the sauce.
See how this is changing.
It's changing.
And look at all of the, this is not oil. This is, look how beautiful the vegetables have
The
put
vegetables come
their sauces in there.
cut in
Like
the-
it's made its own sauce.
Yes. So if now we take the plata, I show you that inside there, and if you look, it's quite
Yeah,
ready.
see how it's quite ready.
Quite ready. So we remove from the boiled water inside of the pans, and then we added a little bit of water because we finished the cooking time on the sauce, on the vegetables that sometimes, usually, yes, exactly. Usually we added for our culture Parmesan cheese, but today we not do it
No.
because we don't want to celebrate this kind of ingredients for now. But if the other people
But people
want,
can, of course.
they can, absolutely. Look, now we can carry on and mixing. We turn now.
ahead,
I
I love to watch you flip.
Yes, I flip again.
Bravo.
Again.
Bravo.
Again.
Bravo.
Oops. Again. And this is scamming.
Oof.
Look.
Wow.
It's changing the flavor of macaroni. That can be a little bit brown.
You can see it's getting coated by
And also
all
look,
of the
if you
staying
make
open.
this, the packers coming up.
It's
okay?
like bouncing.
Down,
Yeah.
down. In fact, if you look, don't leave their own geometrical shape.
They never lost it.
They never
it's
lost.
still the same.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's ready.
It's ready. Yes, we can turn around, and we stuff inside on the pans, and we can continue to try.
Or no? And basil.
Anyway,
Basil is profumo, of course, but basil also helps to purify the blood. Chef,
we share
we
with
share
you
a plate.
over the packaging, and we say buono,
Buono.
pasta,
Cuomo.
cuomo.
Ah, bravo.
Can a vegetable be a fruit? A fruit can be a vegetable. What? It can be both? How can you swallow the seeds and it's just a fruit? I don't get it. I am so confused.
I'm here today with Dr. Rakesh Shah, a cardiologist in the Philadelphia area and dear friend. Rakesh, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. So today, our entire episode is about, of course, heart health from a food standpoint, but we're talking a lot about the emotions of heart health and how to keep your heart healthy from that perspective. So I would like you to talk about the emotions of heart health.
Wow.
I know, a tiny subject.
It
in a
is
short
such
time.
a broad-based topic. Let's pick off one, and maybe we'll get to some others.
Okay.
Why don't we talk about the pre-cardiac event?
Okay.
There's a lot of stress.
So your lifestyle in general.
Yes, lifestyle
Okay.
in general. Patients come to me quite often saying, Doc, I'm stressed. Who doesn't have stress?
Right.
It's not about the stress, it's about managing the stress. So some of the simple tricks that I give patients is pick up yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, mindfulness. Those are the activities that are focused and centered on yourself rather than putting energy out into the world. Anything and everything that we do, including this conversation, we're putting energy out.
Okay.
Every single moment of our day, we're putting energy out to
Unless
the
you're
rest of the world.
asleep. Right.
Correct.
Right.
And how about we learn to channel it for ourselves, focus on ourselves, and those three activities, in my opinion, allow an individual to take time for themselves, similar to exercise. But even again, when you're exercising, you're putting energy out to help yourself.
Okay, so differentiate for me here. A lot of times when you say take time for yourself, that's interpreted, particularly by women, and I confess to being one of them, as being selfish. So tell me where that sort of, because now everyone uses the word self-care. Tell me where that falls in the perspective of being healthy as opposed to, so that women don't, particularly women, I'm sure men too, but women are like, I can't, that's being selfish. I have this.
I actually advise my female patients especially, take me time.
Okay.
It is time that you are using to focus on yourself.
Great. So manage your stress, take a little bit of me time to do that, and you will create a healthier heart emotionally. Thank you, Dr. Shah.
Thank you.
I know what you're thinking. Here comes the salad. And it is. This is a salad, and you're going, great, heart health, I guess we have to eat salad. But this isn't just any salad. This is a salad that's going to make you feel so great. It's so delicious, has so many ingredients, and every ingredient has a job. So let's get started, because there's a lot to talk about. This is vegan mayonnaise. So it doesn't have any saturated fat, which is good for your heart, but yet it has the texture, the flavor, the smell, everything you want from mayonnaise, so you're not losing anything, and you're gaining everything. Next goes in some Dijon mustard to give you some spice, some flavor. Next, we're adding 3 spices, paprika, black pepper, and chili flakes. Right in. That's going to spice things up for you. A little bit of salt. You don't need a lot of salt here because you have all these other flavors happening, right? We're going to start to mix those together. And then we add lime juice. If you don't have a lime, you can use lemons. But lime is going to give us a slightly different, a little more acidic flavor, number one. And number two is going to help you to digest the fat, because there is fat, in the vegan mayo. It's also a little more interesting than lemon, don't you think? Just sometimes you just want limes, something different. You can use orange if you want your dressing to be sweeter. And then you just mix this together until it's nice and creamy. You don't need to whisk. It's very easy. It's done. Now you're going to set this aside and let the flavors develop while you get your stuff ready for your salad. So the first thing to go into the salad is baby arugula. Baby arugula is a bitter green that helps the liver to do its job better of metabolizing and purifying your blood, so you're a happier camper and you digest better. The next thing to go in are ribbons of zucchini. This is also a really pretty salad. And zucchini is more than just a thing that takes over your garden. It's loaded with moisture and fiber and vitamin C, and is a very good thing to add to a salad to give you a little more interest. The next thing to go in is carrot ribbons. And carrot is fiber, good for digestion, gives you beta carotene for your eyes, adds beautiful color to this salad. Remember that you eat with your eyes. If a salad or any dish doesn't look good, nobody's gonna eat it. So you have to make sure your food is pretty and is nicely served. The next thing to go in are artichoke hearts. These were frozen, but artichoke hearts are part of, obviously, the artichoke and give us amazing fiber, antioxidants. They are the most antioxidant rich of all veggies. So this is the key to this salad. Next go in cherry tomatoes. I usually just cut mine in half. You can quarter them if you prefer that texture, but I like this salad to be big and chunky and bold so that people want to eat it. You don't have to tell them how good it is for their heart. You don't. Just get the escapees. Just serve this delicious salad and tell them it's something a little bit different. And the last ingredient is green cabbage. Green cabbage is the greatest anti-inflammatory of all time. So you want to use green cabbage whenever you can. If you have outer leaves like this, they can be a little tough. I save these for when I have a sore elbow or a bruise somewhere on the body. I keep them in the fridge in a plastic bag. So we're going to take the cabbage, slice off a chunk of it, and shred it really finely, right? Because the cabbage is going to be raw, so you don't want to cut big chunks because it's really hard to digest. You want to shred it finely. And I keep turning it so I don't have great big pieces, great big long ribbons, so that it's nicer to eat. And then I might run my knife along it again so there's not big long ribbons. These go in. And then to add a little more interest and maybe some freshness, we take some fresh herbs. This is a combination of basil and parsley. And basil and parsley are both blood purifiers. So they don't just taste really good, but they help your blood to flow better. When your blood flows better, you feel better. Circulation is good, and there we are. Now you're going to take your salad, take your nice creamy dressing. Now you're thinking, that's not a lot of dressing for such a big salad. But we don't need a big amount of dressing. You just want dressing to coat the salad. You don't want it to take it over. Take some tongs to mix this. Normally at home, I gotta be honest, I use my hands. I use my hands to mix a salad because they're my best tools. They really let me know when the salad is coated because I get all the stuff up from the bottom with my little fingers, but it looks nicer to do it with tongs. Then, once everything's coated with dressing, I usually move it to another bowl. I know I always say that I'm lazy and I don't like to dirty things that I don't need to dirty, but I really don't like to serve salad in a bowl that I've mixed in because it just looks messy. And so now you have not only heart healthy, but a very comforting and interesting salad to serve to your guests to keep them healthy, comforted, and just out of their minds with pleasure. So what are you waiting for? Let's get back to the cutting board, and I'll see you next time on Christina Cooks, the Macroterranean Way.